Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you for joining. We are reading Canto 8 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 20. Sri Bali Maharaj surrenders to this universe. So in the last verses, we were talking about the glories of Prahlad Maharaj and how by his blessings, Sri Shukracharya, Bali ignored the so-called Guru, Shukracharya. Shukracharya gave 9 reasons to Bali Maharaj for not keeping his promise. Now in text number 3 onwards, Bali Maharaj is giving 9 reasons that why he will give charity to Vamandev. 9 versus 9. Isn't it amazing? You can remember that. So in the last chapter, Shukracharya gave 9 reasons. In this chapter, Bali Maharaj will give 9 reasons. Of course, we read one. And what was the first reason? That he had the mercy of Sri Prahlad Maharaj. That I am the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. How can I take my words back? I am not a Kaliyuga Jiva who can say something and then just take the words back just because of some greed or some difficult situation. So I will not do that. I am not a cheater. So that was the first point, the first reason. I can't withdraw from my words just by out of some greed, just out of some lobha, with the lobhena. Let's read the next reasons, and we also discuss that how Bali Maharaj was a Kripa Siddha. Text 4. Na hi astyat parodhar adharma iti hovacha bhur iyam sarvam shodhum alam manye rite alikha param naram. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. There is nothing more sinful than untruthfulness. Because of this, Mother Earth once said, I can bear any heavy thing except a person who is a liar. Purport. On the surface of the earth, there are many great mountains and oceans that are very heavy, and Mother Earth has no difficulty carrying them. But she feels very much overburdened when she carries even one person who is a liar. It is said that in the Kaliyuga, lying is a common affair. Mayeva vyayavaha harike. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 12:2-3. Even in the most common dealings, people are accustomed to speaking so many lies. No one is free from the sinful reactions of speaking lies. Under the circumstances, one can just imagine how this has overburdened the earth and indeed the entire universe. Hare Krishna. Very important verse. Bali Maharaj continues to speak the second reason that the sin of lying is sinful. So I have already told I will give this. Now you want me to basically say I won't give this to you? That's a lie. And Mother Earth can bear big mountains like Mount Mandara, Mount Kailasha, but she cannot bear a person who lies, because that's more heavy. And nowadays we know Mother Earth is overburdened because Kaliyuga, practically everyone is lying to some degree or the other. So therefore, we see the reactions then. Earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, coronas, and this is all a reaction of our sinful activities. There's a mass reaction. So in short, as Vaishnavas, we should not try to be a burden on the earth. We should try to take off some burden by first being ourselves truthful and then helping share the message of Krishna consciousness, so more and more people can be a part of the solution and not be a part of burdening the earth. So that's the point. Second reason that I don't want to become this is a very heinous crime to lie. Bali Maharaj is saying. Okay, so dear Prabhu, you want to read next verse, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu. Naham bibhami nidayan nadhya nadhayan nad askuranvat na santana chavanam mrityor yata vipra pralavam anat. Translation and purport by translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I do not fear hell, poverty, an ocean of distress, fall down from my position, or even death itself, as much as I fear cheating a Brahmana. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji in continuation. So here, Mother Earth, do not fear hell, poverty, ocean, distress, fall down from position or even death. But, cheating a Brahmana is even more sinful. Please explain, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Same point I think we discussed earlier also. Pran jai par vachan na jai. Right? I'll give up my life. I'll give up my wealth. I'll go to hell, but I'll not budge from my words. Especially the words of kindness, the words of charity, the words to a Brahmana or a devotee. This is the ideal king. Lord Ram, also Maryada Purushottam, his birthday is coming, appearance day. So just a quick story from Ramayana and Bali Maharaj story. When Bali Maharaj increased his size, there was a personality who circumambulated him 21 times. Can anyone guess who was it?
Is it Hanuman Prabhuji?
It was Jamvant. Good guess. It was Jamvant. So Jamvant, this conversation was happening when who will cross the ocean? So Jamvant tells this at that time. Well, now I am old. Earlier in my youthful days, when Bali Maharaj came, I circumambulated him 21 times in his big form, not as a dwarf form. So basically telling, the kind of for humor and the fun. And I could just, go to any part of the, just like one jump and go to Kailash, one jump and go to, Mount Mandara. But now I am old boy. Now I can't jump. Now I can only do some 100 yojanas or 80 yojanas. I can't do this big jump. I can only do, which was also 100 yojanas is also a lot. So just a connection between the two. And we know that how in Dwapar Yuga, Jamvan fought with Krishna for almost 18 or 21 days in the Jambavan Gufa in Porbandar. We went there last year, I mean 2019, when we went for Yatra. So there, and Jambavanti got married to Krishna. Just a side story. But the point here, coming back to this verse, that Bali Maharaj is willing to give up his life to protect his word. That's the honor of the word. So, willing to go to hell or heaven, poverty or distress, but I will not budge from my word to the devotee, to the Brahmana, to the Lord. So it's a great lesson that we can try to follow. The words given to spiritual master, the words given to guru, sadhus, very, very important, especially to anyone for that matter, but especially to Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, Guru. They mean a lot. They mean a lot. It's not that, oh, today we say something and tomorrow we change and the mind, and because same with marriage, right? Many people give the word, oh, I'll protect you and this and that, but nowadays divorce is so common. Uh, there's no kind of, the culture is turning into vulture. If people had, okay, even if there are challenges, difficulties, we try to overcome them through understanding and discussion, etc., and keep the power of the words. Therefore, there's Agni Sakshi and devotee Sakshis, and so many Sakshis are there, witnesses are there, the demigods are Sakshi, all the witnesses, all the guests assembled are Sakshi. So, why? Because it's a serious matter. Any ceremony, any sanskar, whether it's Vivaha sanskar or Diksha sanskar, any ceremony. Therefore, we must try to take those seriously. Okay, text 6. Yes, Nikant Prabhu, you want to read?
Sure, Babaji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Text 6. Yad dasyate lokosmin samparitam danadikam tasya tyage nimittam kim viparis tushmin tusyin natena chayat. Translation and Prabhupada by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. My Lord, you can also see that all the material opulences of this world are certainly separated from their processors at death. Therefore, if the Brahman Vaman Deva is not satisfied by whatever gifts one has given, why not please him with the riches one is destined to lose at death? Purport. The word Vipara means Brahmana. At the same time, confidential. Bali Maharaj had confidentially decided to give the gift of Lord Vaman to Lord Vaman without discussions. But because such a decision would hurt the hearts of the Asuras and his spiritual master Sukracharya, he spoke equivocally. Bali Maharaj, as a pure devotee, has already decided to give all the land to Lord Vishnu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
What are your comments, Prabhu, from this verse?
Sure, Prabhuji. Because what I meant to say, at least with my limited knowledge, Prabhuji, anything, he's a great devotee, Prabhuji. So before he really clearly thought through that material opulences, whatever we acquire during our lifetime will be going away at the time of death. There is no need to aspire for things that we really don't carry forward to the next things. So that being said, all the riches that he acquired, he's the king of all three worlds, and he just thought like, okay, what is the best, or the things that I don't really carry to the next things, I'll definitely give it back. So I think that's what I'm understanding, Prabhuji. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Of course I'm wrong, but please correct me.
Hare Krishna. So reason number 4 here, okay, for those who are counting the reasons. No matter how much wealth one has, $1, $1,000, or $1 million or $1 billion. Whether one is a lord of a tiny apartment or the lord of multiple homes or the lord of the whole city. Bali Maharaj was the lord of the whole Tribhuvana, right? Even the city of Indrapuri he had captured. We discussed that. He said, even if I have to give up this Indrapuri, even if I have to give up everything, well, ultimately at death, everything is taken anyways. And death can come any moment. So if that's the plan, why should I cheat just so that to save something, maybe for a few more years I'll live and just ultimately at death, ultimately will go, everything will go. So let me not change the confidential plan. Let me not change or budge from my promise to the Lord for something which is anyways temporary. That's the point here. No matter how much wealth one has, right? Does anyone disagree with this fact that no matter how much wealth one has, one will not take with them? Like, no one can disagree with this point. But the point is that one is so attached that until living, it is said that a miserly person at the time of death is very charitable, or after death actually, because after death people will just forcibly take it. Either the relatives will take it, the sons or daughters will take it, the wife will take it, the dogs will take it. Some people don't have children, they give it to dogs, or the government will take it, or some thieves will loot it. Someone or the other will take it, right? But that time, that's not much glorious. So what's the right thing to do? To give in charity before the time of death comes. And before the time of death means we don't know when it will come. So one should therefore do charity regularly, in a dutiful way. We're not saying to give up one's home and everything. One may not be ready, and it may be immature as well. But the point is that one should not wait and keep on that, let me save everything till the last breath. Because we don't know, first of all, when will the last breath be? And after that, what will happen to all that? After that, saying, I want to give charity when the Yamadutas are there, sorry, it's too late. If we would have done the same thing during the life course, then we will not face the Yamadutas. Then Vishnudutas will come. Those who build a temple for the Lord builds a temple for them. Those who help Brahmanas, those who help Vaishnavas, those who serve Prasadam, those who distribute Kṛṣṇa in any form, then Vishnudutas will come. That this person use their time, energy, money, resources to spread Krishna consciousness, to help the movement of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya's. When there was a choice, right? Bali Maharaj had a choice. At death, there is no choice. Correct? That there is no choice. You want to give it or don't want to give it, we have to give it. So that's not glorious. At the time of deathbed, there is no choice. Now is a matter of choice. One who makes the right choices, then Krishna will make the right choice for them. Any other comments anyone has?
Yes, Prabhuji. Can I say one thing?
Oh, sure, please. You can
Okay.
say.
Here, in this country, they always say that no matter, like you said, no matter how much money you have, but when you die, a shroud has no pockets. So we're not going to put the money in your shroud. There's no pocket. So give it before the end of your life so that nobody fights over your money, like government or so don't be misery before you die and then say, oh, I should have given the money. But your death has come. Your deathbed is already ready. So you're going in no matter what. So give it.
So true. So true. Very nice. Any other comments anyone has? There are some people, who do like this also in some cities, I know, which is a good thing. Some people may have this life insurance, term insurance, and house or property. Let's say they may have only one house, okay? They don't have 5 houses. So they may, say, okay, after my death, 20% or 50% of my term insurance will go to the temple. That's a very good scheme also. The person living couldn't do much, but at the time of death, okay, because Kṛṣṇa will see. At least that person has the right, or in his will, he wrote, like this, that out of my wealth, whatever my real estate is, whatever my car is, whatever part of this will go to my husband, my wife, or whatever, but part of it will go to this temple. So many temples do like this. Of course, with their free will, everyone has free will. But I personally also plan to do like that. Of course, that doesn't mean that we should only do it after death. We should give living also and dying also. Correct? So that there is no fighting, as Mataji said. Because nowadays in India, everyone is fighting. Well, I guess everywhere. I don't know about other countries, but I know about India. Everyone, all the families, there is fight over one thing: the ancestral wealth. Correct me if I'm wrong. Practically everyone. There may be few exceptions, but practically everywhere, the blood brothers are fighting, or the blood sisters are fighting. Born from the same mother and father, they fight. Oh, how come you have more wealth? How can I know? How I did more and this? Because you need to understand all the fingers are different, and they all have their destiny. So, but practically, this wealth is so corrupting that the people need to go to courts, and sometimes verbal fights and physical fights and court fights and Kaliyuga age of Kalaha fighting. Why? Over money. Even to the extent one other devotee doctor friend was telling me that people bring sometimes dead bodies to identify and stuff. People take the gold rings and stuff some from the dead bodies. They don't even leave the dead bodies. They say, oh, my father had a gold ring. I said, well, the person who brought it probably took it. That's the situation. So in short, we should to overcome this, the formula is to part one's hard-earned wealth, understanding it is not my property, it is Krishna's property, and I must use it at least a portion. Now the portion could be different for everyone based on one's situations and ends and desires, and a lot of factors are there, but at least we start with something and keep increasing that. That's the verdict of scriptures. Otherwise, miserly attitude will creep in, and lust, greed, all these things. If whatever is destined will come, otherwise it will go in the medical bills, or sometimes the thieves will take it. Sometimes it will go. If we think, oh, by not giving in charity, I will save extra, that is just hallucination. Krishna has his plan. So those who give out of choice, that's better than Krishna, or through the material energy will take it. Then they will have not choice. By getting disease and paying heavy medical bills, then there is no choice. You cannot say to the doctor or the hospital, oh yeah, sorry, I don't want to pay. So better we give out of voluntary choice and be happy. And Krishna will protect us. Any other last comments or questions before we stop for today?
But bhakti, you have to have a bhakti, full of bhakti. Don't think that I am giving. You are not giving anything. You are given by Lord Krishna. So that's why you're giving.
That's so true. That's so true. That's even at a higher level. And we'll see that actually in these chapters.
Thank
His
you.
wife will, Virochani will tell that. So we'll see that wonderful point. That's even a higher level. Or even a lower level is, okay, I am giving, for my purification, or to help these poor, these devotees I'm giving. That's also better than not giving. So what the higher level is, I'm giving for my purification. One other higher level is, who am I to give anything? Everything is Krishna's. It must be used for his service. Who am I to do? I'm grateful and fortunate Krishna chose me as a medium to be of some service. As you said, that's the highest level. And we should think like that. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we will pause here. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta-vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo.
Jai.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.